Hey, how's it going? Brandon Media Strategies, session 13, part B. How's everybody doing today? Let's check it into student preview, start preview. We all know what's going on. What? There we go. Thought I did something wrong there. All right. As we know, we go through the process every week, every session. Attendance. Get that in. Let's see what we're up to now. Continue. What does a pixel mean? Who can say first? Oh, it's the smallest unit of a digital image. Kapow. Got to know what you're doing. Got to know the difference between raster, vector, all those sorts of things. You got to be able to explain that to your clients. Why do we need something like this? Why is it low res? Oh, I'm sorry, client, that low res image of yours won't work. Why? Well, pixel quality. It's going to degrade. We need it 300. You got to educate your clients a lot. So that's why we need to know all about that stuff. Tuesday's assignments, as we went through it, we're on the final for the discovery. Every designer needs to know is same as normal. For the reading, it is cases 18 through 24. Let me know what you think about one or two of them, right? That's it. I mean, they're just kind of cool. Like pick through, page through it, and be like, oh, look at this one. What do they got going on here? And then read about it. That's all I'm asking. Nice and easy. Nothing to worry about right there. So make sure you get that in. And then the next big thing, phase 3. We're moving on. All right. So I will go over my logos. I will show you what I've created and my variations and explain my variations after I go through this little bit. Like always, now is the third part. Let's see that poster. Let's see the flyer. Start to think about this design. What are we going to do? How are we going to make it engaging and wonderful? And I always do this. So this is, and imagery. It does say it. So we have to, create a poster and create a flyer. And here I got the die lines all ready for you. That's AI. So that's Illustrator, the flyer, horizontal in AI as well. So Adobe Illustrator. And think about this. And then, what do we got to do? And most importantly, go to their website and look at their imagery, watch their little videos. They got some beautiful stuff going on about the cherry blossom. I oddly just ordered some of this, ordered a bunch of stuff from them because that's the soap I use. Truly is. And look at their imagery, see what they do. I mean, it's somewhat, just kind of down and dirty, but like, look at these side ones. Like, oh, okay, they got this. How are they using these and stuff like that? And you can take these. If you need imagery, go to it. Soaps. All right, let's do bar soaps. What do you got for imagery? Oh, we got an image right there. Got an image right there. Got an image right there. Oh, got an image right there. We can use all of these. So don't be shy. Pick your poison, beautiful shots all ready for you, all ready to go. Think about the colors. Think about the message. Well, the message is here. Oh, why is that half? I guess this is right. I don't know why this is black, not blue. I will fix that. But it's 3 little paragraphs, right? 1, 2, 3. Just copy and paste that in there. Make it look good. Think about hierarchy. Think about all those design choices you have. What should be most important? Well, I have a logo that I have to place, and I have body copy, a QR code, the promotion date, which is the week of Earth Day, and imagery. And you can make it as fancy as you want, staying within guidelines, like staying within, does it look like a Dr. Bronner's piece? Look at their colors. What do? They do like their rainbows. but look at their imagery. Happy people, happy ingredients, just some suds. But like all those things, kind of start thinking about like, what would attract you to Dr. Bronner's? So this is now the next phase. As normal, we've done this each time. We have 1 week. Create your poster, and then everything from the poster goes on the flyer. Nothing new, nothing changes. Imagery can change. Let's say like images can change, just as long as it's not like all of a sudden something really weird. But that base brand guideline, that base brand sticks through every piece. And that's why we do a lot of work on the front end, and then the back end, like we did a lot of work. We're doing a lot of work on these logos, and we're going to get it nailed. And then everything, then we have our logo, and that's the seed for the poster. And once we get the poster created and we're happy with it, then we move that poster to the flyer. And then after that, we're going to have 3 to 4 more pieces, but are all taking exactly what we have. We're not reinventing. We're not, like, oh, okay, now I got to do a flyer and I'm going to do this and this and this on the flyer. No, it should be what I'm taking from the poster just ends up on the flyer. It just gets rearranged. So that is what we're working on next. Now let's talk about logos. Let's go here. I'll zoom in. Oh, it's kind of bad. All right. So I'll go like up and down and stuff. So this is my first one. Oh, I want to teach you guys something. So we all love to do the text on the circle, right? And you all have to do it correctly. Now, there's a couple ways to work with it. First things first, if you have a circle, the text should be a perfect circle as well. And then it should be perfectly centered. So I found where the perfect center of like this circle was, and this is perfectly. So it's not an oval. It's not an oblong shape. It's a perfect circle because it's following a perfect circle. If you have a different shape, follow your shape exactly. So say you do have an oval, right? So say you're doing like something like that and you want the text below that. Well, we copy this oval, and then when we make it bigger, we hold down shift and we constrain the proportions. Let's outline that. So we want to get it even across, and even there's a gap here and there's a gap here. So we have to think about that and equate for that. So actually this gets smaller, because what I want to be able to do is take a sphere and if that sphere can perfectly fit everywhere, like, okay, this can come in. It's a perfect match to the outer, all right? So you have to think about this, especially with odd shapes. And there's other ways to do this, but I'll take a circle and be like, okay, that's good. Now when I do my text, now when we have text on a line, this is always still a pain in the butt for me. So I'm going to copy, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go paste. And then you're like, oh, what the heck? What is this? Oh, did I not? Maybe I just didn't get it all. Let's make sure. All right. So then you're like, oh, I got to move this around. I got to dingle dangle that, this, that. So first thing I'm going to do is right when you get to that, and it's like you have 1 pixel to get to that, you can move this. Now, something I found through watching a video is if you go to type and type on a path, and you open up type on a path options, and you click the preview, you can do stuff like, flip it. And it just flips it for you. You can adjust some of your spacing, and you can adjust where on that line your text lies. See that? And then you can preview it too, you know, so you can make sure. So instead of like trying to grab that and push it up and pull it around, like it's such a pain in the butt. You hit okay, this is perfectly centered. You know, it's like all this stuff. Like you grab this one, and you're like, oh wait, now I gotta grab this one, move it over here. Now those are centered. This isn't quite centered now, and then that happens, and then that happens, and then you got to bring it back over here. So it is a little bit of a pain, but I found that going to, you know, when you start on this and you're editing it a little bit, and then instead of playing around too much, I just go to type on a path options, and then you can do stuff. You just always have that preview set, right? So I hope that's helpful. To you, yeah, that's just doing the tracking and kerning, but that always needs to be adjusted as well. And then this all looked like crap to me. Like that just kind of skews it at the top. I don't know. This one made no sense to me. This is, yeah, I get it, the stair step. And then gravity, it makes it all point to the inside. I don't know. I think this is kind of just the best to read. So make sure you find those little tricks and tips and you work with those. So that's what I did, and that's why. So I have all one. I chose, this is like kind of the first iteration. Just floating that here, little off center. I thought looked good with this. I started with many more colors. This doesn't even show it. Or maybe it does. Well, I may have deleted some stuff already. I got yellows, and like I did a lot of experimenting with color, and oddly came down to just 2 colors. It's 3: dark blue, cyan, and green. And I wanted a ton of colors. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna have yellow in there. I'm gonna put this and that and this and that. And then kind of as I was going, I was like, oh wait. And I actually reduced it quite a bit because it wasn't needed. And it gets reduced even more. So there's this version and then this version on black. So there's still some opportunity for changes. Like, oh, if I wanted to, this could be white or the green. Just depends, like, so there's another option. There's actually a third option there, depending on what I want to do. All right. This one, celebrations in 2 lines. This one's, it's kind of like jumbled into one. Gonna have some fun with that. It's the same setup. So celebration went from 2 lines to 1 line, basically the same. And we come down to our black. And then again, if I wanted to, there's that extra option of changing that to white. But this is on the black, which means it'll work on a dark background, right? It's going to work on a dark background if it can work on black. Then for the changeover, I put the non-star logo in the middle, and I took off the 25% off, and I put that over here in the line of text. So that's kind of like made it a little bit more dense, not dense, compact as a piece. And if you don't know, if you missed some of the lectures, these are like, it's starting, these 3 circles are representative of bubbles. And then of course the overlap in the middle became leaves. So it's bubbles and leaves and natural and soap. So that's where it all started from, the mind meld there. Here it is on black. And again, on all of these, I'm going to say this on every one, no matter what, you can do that. So you can have it green, or you can have it white. You can even have it blue. I didn't even try that. So I have 3 options on black, On black, I have 3 options. I didn't try this. I kind of like the way that balanced. It hides. I like it in green because it stands out and it says you should be reading this. Here on this one, I kept the 25%, but I put the all one up in this top leaf. All right. And there we have it. In dark, and of course, blah, blah, blah. You can do this, this, that, or this. Then in this one, oh, celebration's in 2 lines, celebration is in 1 line. So that's the difference there. Now, for these, I did one more variation. Dark blue. I can have these together. So this is where that one, it's floating above. And then what you need to do is I need to switch this logo for the dark to the correct white logo, which is supplied. And then that's what those would look like. I don't hate it with the dark blue, but I feel like I like it better with the light blue. Oh, and then I never thought about doing these dark blue, but I feel like I would like to keep, if I can keep this logo like 2 color only, I feel like there's more advantage to that than having a 3rd color, like the dark. Cause then then what that also maybe allows. So if I grab all this, let's push this over. I think I have a bunch of logos over here. Like if I took this, I'm going to zoom in. I read up on the instructions about deleting the stars. You can delete the stars, but when you do the positive and negative, you got to make sure you are using the correct logo and not turning this logo to white. That is wrong. It is in the guidelines. So I could do something where if I put this in there, now watch, I'll be like, I love it like that. And then I delete the white logo. Now I could then also make this white. I'm not feeling it as much. But I mean, there's another option. And all these are just like little simple changes to keep like, well, what if I try this? What if I try that? Like all of these were done. And then I was like, oh yeah, maybe I should try that. Like, and you just kind of, it's so easy to like kind of just keep going. And these didn't, and then I just did another one in front of you. You know, like these don't take, very long. I hope you guys all started these. But that's where I'm at with these. It's definitely not going to be one of these with the all one on the outside. I like them integrated. And I'm kind of thinking it's one of these two in the end. Though I do like this one. It's one of these 3. Oh, and I can do the version where this celebration is there. So there's another version. So each of these versions can have 2 versions. See what I mean? Like it's not hard. You just kind of keep adding like, okay, what if I change that to a version and then swap this part for this part and this part for that part. So those are my logos. That's how far I got with those. Some tricks and tips in there. And then back to this. You got your link for that. I'll make sure this is all blue so it's not, exit this card. Let's just do it right now. And then, yeah, then it's just moving on. Make a earth-friendly, spiritual, like lighthearted, lovely poster design to help sell some soap. Any questions? All right. Well, you know how to get a hold of me, and I will review everybody's work tomorrow and get back to you with the little videos. I love that now. So much easier. And then, then we keep rolling. So there we are. Product promotion phase 3. Final project. All right. You know how to get a hold of me. Please reach out if you do have questions or concerns. I'm more than excited to help you out. Other than that, let's see what you got. I'll talk to you later. All right. Bye-bye.